Howdy. Well, I had to go and try this new Impossible Whopper, as I love plant-based products. But I've actually never had anything from Impossible Foods before, because I'm, let's call it, thrifty, and I don't want to pay those prices. But they have a promotion going on right now, where you can try them. They're doing a comparative, Jesus. They're doing a comparison. I know my words. Where you can get the regular Whopper and the Impossible Whopper and try them for $7. Normally, the normal Whopper, single Whopper, I believe, is $5. The Impossible Whopper will be sold at $6. Impossible Foods is a bit on the pricey side, but by all accounts, it's pretty doggone good. Oops, that was some random iceberg lettuce falling out. So I can see I'm gonna have some lettuce to go with my lettuce and soy protein, and let's see what else they put in there. I think pea protein, pea, like the little green thing, not some, I wasn't in the back donating. Anyways, I'm just gonna do a bite here of the regular Whopper for a taste comparison. Not gonna delve too deep in there because, yeah, meat farts are stinky. So anywho, here's my pretty well made Whopper here. I love my extra onion. Yum. It's been quite a while since I've had a Whopper. I used to be obsessed with them back in the day, when I was a young whippersnapper. Actually, might need a little more water than that. Gotta cleanse the palate. It's gonna take a lot more cleansing than I thought. Food's really getting in there. Ta-da! That bottle's still mostly frozen, so it's giving me trouble. As you can see by this face, I don't do well when I end up in trouble. Actually, I didn't get into a fight. I face planted in the middle of a street. Yeah. Jesus. All right, there we go. Okay, everybody's out of the pool, so we can do a good, honest comparison here. All right, so the first thing I did notice is that classic plant-based smell, which isn't a bad thing, of course. It's just markedly different. I'm trying to find a piece that was pretty similar to that one, that was nice and oniony. Sadly, I'm not corrupting my results too much here. Add my nice little dab of ketchup. Okay. The chew is very similar. Um, I would say the Impossible Whopper is a slightly easier chew, so that's always a nice touch. The look, sorry, should have showed you that before, is very similar, but I mean, when you've eaten as many Whoppers as, as I have, you definitely will notice the difference. Notice the difference in look up front. Now, someone that's more casual, when I say I used to eat a lot of Whoppers, I'm talking like I used to walk into Burger King, order 2 double Whoppers, and just devour them in one sitting. That was also when I was a lot skinnier. That metabolism could actually keep up with that. If I did that today, not only would I have a heart attack, I would also have a stroke, and I would do so at 400 pounds. So overall, I would say this is a pretty doggone good burger. I heard an employee, a nice elderly lady walked in and was asking about the Impossible Whopper, and the employee said it actually tastes very similar. She was doing a lot of nodding when she was speaking, so obviously she approved, so that's good. For those of you who don't know the history of the birth of the Impossible Whopper, it was tested in St. Louis, Nevada, and I think somewhere in California for a little while. Did very well, so that's why Burger King a few months later, now here, August 8th, decided to go ahead and roll it out nationwide for a limited time. So if you want to see this stick around, then of course go out and buy some. That way we can have a very viable plant-based option. Now, full disclosure, it is prepared on the same conveyor that the regular beef patties are. So if you're one of those much more strict vegans or vegetarians, then you have to understand they will come in contact with the meat. But you are able to order it special. You are able to order it to be made separately, which they will pop it in the oven, and then it'll be prepared sans any sort of meat contamination that may occur. So you always have that option. Plus, that means it'll be slightly fresher. So I mean, what's wrong with that, right? My wait wasn't any longer than what I would normally expect, so I assumed that at least since it's the launch day, they're expecting interest, so they went ahead and prepared a few just like they would the normal Whopper. The thing about a lot of plant-based products, especially on the process side, is that you cannot overcook plant-based products because it automatically turns to poo. It's just awful. It tends to get hard and rubbery. The taste completely alters, and it's just an awful, awful thing. So I'm sure they're pretty conservative how they prepare those, because otherwise, your already fast food quality burger is going to be even worse. As far as the comparison is concerned, my former Whopper self is perfectly fine with this. New, as best I can be, meat-free Justin, I'm like the worst vegan on the planet. Definitely approves as well. This is something I could see myself eating once or twice a month. I don't really eat a lot of fast food, so if I go out, it's going to be Burger King versus Taco Bell now, since there's plenty of vegetarian and vegan options at Taco Bell as well. That are actually pretty good. So once again, thanks for popping in. Have a good day.